What is going on YouTube? Hayden here, and in today's episode we are going to be looking at XRP, Ethereum, Solana, Bitcoin, the Russell 1000, and the S&P 500. I'm actually pretty excited and amped to see the way these markets are moving. Over the past couple of days, we have been kind of consolidating, except for like the stock market and the Russell 1000, which, as you guys can see, yesterday had closed in the green. And it seems like pre-order trading, we are also moving up. So I think we are moving out of this major rebound. So it was an excellent buy-in opportunity. Just a couple of weeks ago, when we did call the literal bottom here, you can see this white band represents where I bought in at $80. We're now trading at 94, which is incredible. We're up $14 per share, which is insane. But it was also in reference to these cryptocurrencies too, because right around the same time, you can see here April 7th, if we go back to Vong, right around April 7th, also marked the bottom. So how ironic that not only was the stock market in sync with cryptocurrency, they both hit a bottom at the same exact time. So yes, correlation isn't always causation, but they're both doing the same thing, which is pretty crazy if you ask me. So I'm very excited to see that here. Anywho, what we have to look at right now is the fact that we are on an up and up. We are creating higher lows and we are moving higher. We're going to zoom in on the 4 hour, see if we can uncover maybe some new stuff here on XRP. We're also going to be looking at Solana, which is hitting a bit of resistance right here, causing correction to happen. We have Ethereum here, which is also hitting a bit of turbulence resistance. Bitcoin as well, which you can see is where we marked out this beautiful 4 hour charts last time here. And then we're going to look at Vong and the S&P. So I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are excited too. With that being said, definitely make sure to smash the like button, turn on to post notifications, subscribe, and let's get into today's episode. So guys, before we dive into today's episode, remember BitFi's 5-year anniversary is over as they're celebrating token 2049. I'll get you more information on that later on after they're done with the event here. But for those that haven't already signed up, remember BitFi is offering a way for you guys to earn up to $8,100 in free bonus cryptocurrency by signing up with the link down in the description below. This is for new users, but they do have daily rewards, exclusive rewards, and hot rewards for users that have already signed up to the exchange and want to use and claim some free bonus cryptocurrency and get some free stuff all the time. They do have these other opportunities here. You can also, wink, wink, open up a new account and just transfer money and you'll be good to go. That easy. And you can take advantage of, again, another reward. So if you like run out, open a new account, send it over, and then you'll yet again be able to reach those rewards here and just keep earning free bonus crypto. Exchange arbitrage is what I like to call it. So that's super cool. More info on BitFi later on in today's episode here, but you can see we're down about 0.3%, but you can see we've been consolidating for the most part, which looks good. Like, it was definitely necessary and definitely helpful and healthy that we're seeing crypto consolidate, because we have been on the up and up for quite some time now. You can see for the past week, though, we have been consolidating pretty much across the board here with a lot of these cryptos. If we're not in red, we are pretty much consolidating here. Over the past week, we've been, up and down. Some cryptos are up crazy, but for the most part, nothing really that dire has been happening right now here. And I think, honestly, it is really good that we're seeing the consolidation take place, because it is healthy and necessary. Yesterday, we made an episode basically saying extremely important major breakout could be coming, and we kind of zoomed in on the Bitcoin 4 hour chart here, where we are consolidated in an ascending triangle and ascending fractal as we start to head to the upside here. And I want to show you guys that right now. So you can see here on Bitcoin, we are in that same ascending triangle. We do have a clear-cut price ceiling, clear-cut price floor. And you can see as we start to head higher up, we have these higher lows take place. We have a price ceiling here, and we are filling in the gap quite nicely. And we could really see the results of this come to a complete halt. I'd say today is the 30th, so we have maybe till tomorrow the latest, if not today. You can see the higher lows taking place with a price ceiling where prices have not been able to break through that. This typically can break bearish here to moving average, but regardless of where we move, we'll be able to take advantage of this by longing or shorting Bitcoin here. So we confirm closure below support on 4 hour, we'll buy in for a short. We break through the ceiling here, we'll buy in for a long. Regardless, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place. We have a lot of buying pressure and a lot of selling pressure that are coming into contact with each other, and we're going to have to make that decision on Bitcoin specifically, which is very exciting if you ask me. But as for like XRP, we may have a similar movement right now, which would be interesting here. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm trying to map this out here. More so like is there a new formation here? I think there is something forming. You can see it right here. There is some sort of ascending fractal, so we could be heading higher up in the 4-hour charts here, heading up higher today. You can see we did manage to break through that moving average. We're now using it as a support, so we'll see how exactly this wants to trend out. But otherwise, I think it looks great. I think we are in a very good position here to continue to scale higher. This is fairly bullish here, but regardless, again, regardless of bullish sentiment, bearish sentiment, because anything can happen here, once we get confirmation, we'll be able to take advantage of it. I would sit a little tight. I would sit a little, I would relax on XRP for this moment, if that makes sense. Like the way XRP is starting to form right now, like the consolidation here, stuck between that rock and a hard place. I do think there are other cryptocurrencies that would better our buying opportunity, unless you already took advantage of it and got in right here the earlier. I'm talking about people that are trying to buy in later here, but we're looking at this right now, this price ceiling, this cap. I'm trying to capitalize on this and buy in for a long form buying opportunity here. So if we manage to break through price ceiling, which is this moving average, which we did, if we can hold off, start to consolidate up, then we might re-enter if you haven't already taken advantage of this market. But for right now, we are in this kind of higher low pattern here. So I do believe things look really good. Even if we consolidate down, we're out of it. We could see something like this take place, which is very exciting if you ask me. We'll do all these trades on BitFi, the #1 cryptocurrency leveraging exchange I like to use here on the channel. They've been a continued partner since, I'd say, 2020. Mid-2020, maybe even 2021 here, but for a very long time. And they've been doing nothing but just updating and making their website better and better and better, which is excellent, if you ask me. So you can see here they do have XRP to leverage trade, which is excellent here. Buy long, sell short, leverage trade, create stop losses, take profits. They even have a demo trading account, which is my favorite here. This gives you $50,000 in demo money to practice trading your skills, get familiar with the exchange, learn how the exchange works, and then when you're ready, you can head on over to that live trading account and actually start using the BitFi exchange here, which is also super cool. Take advantage of that bonus money that they give you to trade around with. This way, you're using the exchange's funds and not yours, which is like a win-win situation. There's pretty much no risk involved when you do something like that. So definitely make sure to check them out. Anywho, moving forward from BitFi here, I do want to look at these other cryptos like Solana, which you can see the reason we're seeing a bit of turbulence and why it's harder to unveil or figure out what to do with XRP. Well, we have these other cryptos that are actually hitting solid resistances that we do have mapped out. We've clearly have this lower high, lower low fractal. We broke out of it, which is excellent here. Huge profits on this run to the upside. It's like 40%, I think. 25%. But you can see here, we hit resistance and we started to reject downwards here. Now we're going to consolidate. And however long that takes, once we get through moving average, we can buy in and long. But we did make a 25% profit off this position here. So it's like, don't be greedy. We still were able to capitalize off this rally to the upside to moving average here. But now we hit a price ceiling. So consolidation is necessary. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to break through it and move up. But if it doesn't happen and we consolidate, that's okay. And that's pretty much what's going to take place probably for the rest of the week, is more consolidation than anything here. So both cryptos, Solana and XRP, are in a consolidative point. Same thing with Ethereum. Even though we broke out of this major descending fractal here, you can see we're hitting a price zone, like a price ceiling. And if we jump to the 4-hour, you can unveil, check it out, another ascending fractal here. So here we go. Similar with these other cryptos. Here we have a beautiful consolidative higher low pattern here, stuck between price ceiling and an uptrend. We'll see how we start to pan out. If we can confirm closure above that, we'll rally. If we'll break through that, we will short. Very simple. So Ethereum and Bitcoin have very similar ascending triangles and ascending fractals taking place here. So that should give you guys a sign of when to be buying in and taking advantage of these trades. As for the other cryptos, or as for the other things we're going to be looking at with the stock market, the Russell 1000, you can see here we look good. We pretty much called that bottom a long time ago here. Since then, we've broken out of this major resistance, and I think we're on the up and up. First area of retest is going to be that daily moving average here. Then we might hit some turbulence, but if we break through that, which is very possible, there's a very likely chance we will then head even higher, get back above it as we always do, and then start to trend up, and that'll be it. We'll be out of it. So it really comes down to the tariffs. Once they lift those tariffs, we'll see some popular movements here. You can actually see it shows now that we're going to be starting lower instead of higher like we just were a minute ago. So who knows? That's the pre-trade, but we do look excellent from where we last left off. Same thing with the stock market. It looks like we're ultimately heading back up to neutral, which is that moving average. But that's going to be it for today's video. Smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Peace.